So hands up, who's stressed? I'm pretty sure we are all stressed or have been stressed at some point, either today, yesterday, or coming forward. So today on Real Talk with Stef, I thought we would go through some ways to relieve stress. We live in such a fast-paced, busy environment that we're always on the go, we're never stopping, and our stress levels are just through the roof. Not only is high stress levels affecting our willpower, our daily functions, and our physical health, but also it's arising health issues. So we need to come up with ways to relieve our stress in our day-to-day life so that we can get the most out of every day. So I've come up with 4 tips. So tip number 1 would be to just take some you time in the morning before you start your busy day, before you get on your phone and start, scrolling through Instagram and things like that, and just take a few deep breaths, get yourself centered so that you can get a really productive day ahead of you. Tip number 2 is healthy eating. I know you will hear us go on about it all the time, but having a good nutritious diet is going to have benefits not just for your physical and your internals, but it's also going to help with your brain function. When we have really high sugary foods, it peaks our blood sugar levels and gives us that peak for a second, but then we go completely down. So we want to make sure that we're giving our body really good nutritious food, so that those foods, those minerals and vitamins that are in those foods are actually going to help with our brain function and help with those stress levels. Also, drinking plenty of water is going to help. Tip number 3, exercise. So with exercise, I know after a really high, intense, busy day at work, the last thing you want to do is go and train. But what you want to remember is that you've had a really busy day, really stressful day, you've sat in the car for about an hour in traffic, your stress levels are going to be at really high peak. So what we want to do is we want to relieve that stress with exercise. I know I can vouch for it, and I'm pretty sure you can, that you might not feel like exercising when you get there because you've got so many other things that you think are more important to do, but as soon as you've done that workout, you feel so much better. You've had some you time, which was tip number 1, and you've sort of just, got yourself centered again. With exercise, we release endorphins. Endorphins make us happy and help with those stress levels. So try and just push past that. You don't want to go to train because you've got this and that to do. It's going to be a lot better for your health. Tip number 4 is better sleeping habits. In today's time, we're always on the go. We're at work, we sit in the car, we're listening to things, we get home, we have a quick dinner, then we're checking emails again and we're on our phones. We're never letting our bodies completely relax. More and more people with their stress levels are waking up throughout the night and not getting good quality sleep. So we want to aim for a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. And I know you might probably be saying, Steph, yeah right, I can only get 6. I'm one of those people that some nights only get 6 hours sleep, and I know I feel crap the next day because I haven't had that good quality sleep. So if we can start getting into habits of going to bed at the right times, at the same time every day, aiming to get 7 to 8 hours sleep a night, you're actually going to feel a lot better in yourself, and those stress levels are going to decrease. We also want to get off our phones late at night. There's no need for us to be checking emails. We're so connected that we don't stop. So we want to try and get off our phones and internet and things like that so that we can just bring those stress levels down so that we can get that good solid night's sleep and start a day fresh. Tip number 1 is have some you time. Remember to breathe. Tip number 2 is good healthy eating. Tip number 3 is exercise. It's really important, okay, for your stress levels. And tip number 4 is we want to try and get better quality sleep. So they're the 4 tips that hopefully we can all take into action this week. Maybe set ourselves some goals in trying to get those stress levels down. And I hope those helped. And that's all from Real Talk with Steph today.